Hey everybody, it's JoJo here. So on this video, I will be talking about my biggest weaknesses. So I'm admitting my biggest weaknesses when it comes to my career field, which is culinary arts. So I'm gonna be talking about some of those in this video, and hopefully you'll like it. So yeah, here we go. So the first, what was I saying? Anyways, well, my weaknesses are pertaining to my career field, which is culinary arts. So the first one, the big one, the real big one, is baking. I found that I'm not really good at baking. I found this out when I was in one of my classes, one of the last classes I had to take in culinary school, which is we have to work in the school's restaurant just to get some experience, working in a restaurant at fast pace and all that stuff. And so me and my friend, we got put on the baking station. And both of us, we didn't know how to bake. It was like, why would they put both of the savory cooks in baking? Why can't we have at least one baking person to help us out, And so we tried to make cookies, and it turned into cookie soup. And we tried to make, not muffins, cupcakes, and that was a disaster too. So from there, I'm like, I'm not good at baking. Not like, besides that, I got a C in the baking and pastry classes when I used to get A's and B's. But in baking and pastry class, I got a C. I was like, it's okay, but baking and pastry takes a lot of patience. Savory cooks do not have patience. We have to work in a fast pace to get food out when orders come in and all that stuff. And when it comes to baking, we do not know how to do that. Most of us don't know how to do that. But there's some things I'm good when it comes to baking. I'm good at making pies, like key lime pies. Those are easy. I can make cheesecakes. It was easy to make cheesecakes. And creme brulees. Anything with custards, I'm good. Everything else, when it has flour, baking powder, and all this stuff, I'm not really good at, because you have to, yes, it's like chemistry. You got to be good at chemistry pretty much, because you got to measure how much salt, baking soda, baking powder, flour, non-rice, all that stuff. It is hard, but if I have enough patience to do it, then I'll be able to do it. But right now, I'm getting better, but I just need more practice. Another weakness is, let's see, what it was, cooking rice and grits. You know who taught me how to cook rice and grits? Like, I was like, how old was I? 20 years old when I learned how to cook rice and grits. And I didn't learn at school. I didn't learn at one of my jobs. I learned from my husband, Deshaun. He's like, you don't know how to cook rice and grits, and you went to culinary school, blah, blah, blah. And he actually showed me how to do it, and now I know how to do it. I still need a little bit more help with the rice, but I got grits down to the T, because I cook grits almost every day at work. So that's one of them. And another one is, I'm very heavy-handed when it comes to using salt. So now I'm at a point where I don't put enough salt in my food, and that sucks. Cause like Deshaun tells me, oh, you need more salt in this. I'm like, oh my gosh, at work, you need more salt in this. I'm like, oh, I thought I put enough. And then when I actually do season it, it's too much. But to me, it's too much. To other people, it's not enough. I'm like, but I taste too much salt. So I need more help with that. But that's why, if if you're heavy-handed with salt, try using kosher salt. It's just, I don't know, it's not as salty as like table salt. I don't know. They're bigger flakes, so you can actually see when the salt goes in the food, so you can know how much salt you actually put it in. So that's why I used to use kosher salt, but now I don't use kosher salt. But I need to get back to using it. But if you know you're heavy-handed with seasoning, like with salt, like me, try to use kosher salt. And one last thing This one, it's very, very important. Hold on. Okay. This one is very, very important. This is something that I need to work on, and that is moving at a fast pace. I'm a savory cook, line cook, whatever you want to call it, catering cook, whatever. Sometimes, all the time when it comes to line cooking, you have to move at a fast pace. First of all, prep your food first. You can't move at a fast pace when everything is not prepped or the person before you doesn't clean up after themselves. Oh my gosh, that's another time. I'll tell y'all about that another time. But when it comes to moving at a fast pace, I don't, because I'm careful. People like, you need to move faster, and it's one of the weaknesses that comes that I have when it comes to being a cook. And I don't know. I can work on it, but when I work, I'm careful. I'm careful to not burn myself or hurt anybody else or spill anything on the floor. You spill something in the kitchen and you slip and fall and you hit a pot of oil that's on and it's hot, you're gonna get injured. So I'm careful. I clean up after myself, which kind of slows me down in the workplace, but you have to clean as you go. My mom tells me that. Before I even went to school, my mom tells me, you need to start cleaning as you go. You need to start cleaning as you go. I was like, okay, Mom. So I clean when I'm at work, I clean as I go. And it slows me down when it comes to plating foods and all that stuff. And also when I plate food, I make sure that I'm plating it nice and neat. It's not sloppy. The plate, it's not sloppy or anything. So that's one reason why I move at a slower pace than everybody else. When it comes to dudes, I think I don't know how, I never really worked with other females like that when it comes to line cooking, but I know when it comes to men, they can work at a fast pace. But with me, I'm trying to make this plate look nice and pretty and make sure I don't spill anything. I'm trying to be careful because you can get hurt if I spill something on the floor, and I can get hurt, and I don't want people complaining about how their plate look because it's sloppy. So I try to take my time and make sure I plate the food right, properly, and nice and neat, just so the presentation can be nice. You want to enjoy your food too. You want to taste the food, make sure it's good and all that stuff. You want to feel the heat on it, make sure it's hot, make sure it's cold when it has to be cold. And you also want to see that it looks nice. You don't want to look like have a steak that looks like sloppy Joe. That's nasty. It might taste good, but when it comes to a T-bone steak, you don't want it to look like sloppy Joe. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with everybody. It's just some of my weaknesses that I need to work on, and I will eventually work on it. I'm still learning in this career field. Ain't nobody perfect. No matter how long you've been cooking, no matter how much experience you have, ain't nobody's perfect. So we still got stuff to learn. But anyways, I thank y'all for watching. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment or something you want me to cook or something you have some questions about the career that I am in. Just ask it and I'll give you a reply. But I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, all that stuff. All right. See you on my next video. Peace.